you're going through some kind of awakening and you're wondering what the heck is going on in your life, a spiritual awakening can be huge. It can disrupt your current life as it is. You might not feel like you have somewhere to turn to or someone to talk to about this. Let's dive into all things spiritual and what is actually going on in your life. As someone who loves science and also spirituality, I'm going to talk about both and how they merge together in what this spiritual awakening is for you. Hello, I am Nikki. I'm a yoga teacher, pranic energy healer, and mindfulness coach, helping people live their most exciting and fulfilling lives. I'm going to break down all the things about spiritual awakenings today. So let's get into it. So what the heck is a spiritual awakening? Spiritual awakening is when your consciousness expands and you can no longer just keep living the same old life that you were living before. It's almost like your eyes are now open to new thought patterns, new behaviors, new ways of living, and your old patterns and your old story feels like light years away. What's actually happening in the brain? Our default mode network, or our typical brain patterns, they actually quiet down a little bit to allow ourselves to have more presence and more peace. So it's not that constant go, 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 go. We're actually able to take in our surroundings a little bit. Also, energetically, you might feel more tapped in, more connected to the universe, more connected to nature, more connected to people around you. Maybe for better or for worse, maybe you're taking on other people's energy and just really feeling like you're holding that, or the weight of the world for that matter. And so you're energetically sensitive. You feel like you can see the world through new eyes. This is what a spiritual awakening can feel like. I know for me, my spiritual awakening wasn't just like one day I woke up and it was like, okay, I can see the whole world with new eyes. It actually had been building up for a long time. I would say that the first signs of a spiritual awakening are when you feel like you're a little fish going a different way from the whole school of fish. And how I felt like this was initially, even in elementary school, I felt like I was a little bit different, a little bit off. I really wanted to be nice to all the different groups of friends, whereas everyone wanted to be clingy and gossip and exclude people, and that wasn't how I wanted to approach things. And so I actually got exiled from the friend group and I had to find a different friend group. Also felt this way in college sometimes. I didn't want to go out drinking all the time. I wanted to hang out and have closer, deeper connections and talk about things and dance and sing and cook and just do things where we were able to deepen our friendships instead of just go out partying. And so I felt like I was a little bit different from the group there. And then it spilled over into the corporate world where I started to question, why am I in this corporate job? This doesn't actually feel like something that I want to do. Why is my whole life revolving around this thing that I don't even really like? Those were all the little seeds that were planting. I constantly felt like I was swimming in a different direction. And so all of those things over time built up to the point where I was like, I do not want to be in this corporate job anymore. So I went to go get my yoga certification in Bali. Then in that yoga certification, it was like, my eyes completely opened to a new way of living, a new way of thinking. I no longer beat myself up so much in my head or felt like I had to look a certain way or be a certain way for society. I just allowed myself to be fully me. And I felt like I was looking through the world in a new lens. I felt like I was born again in a way. It was a rebirth, a renewal of everything I had ever known. And so if you're in this stage, welcome. I'll also go through the different stages of the spiritual awakening so that it makes sense to you and you can determine which stage you're in and give you some tips for each stage as well. So how do you know you're going through a spiritual awakening? Let's talk about some of these signs. Maybe you feel disconnected from your old routines, maybe from friendships that have been in your life for a long time, or maybe new friendships, or you're feeling like you can't connect to people on a certain level, or people that you used to connect to in certain realms you no longer can. You feel like you're changing. That's definitely a sign. Perhaps you have a heightened intuition and synchronicities. You're seeing angel numbers everywhere. You're thinking about someone and that person's coming in. You're wanting certain opportunities and you're seeing that within the next couple days. All of these things start to just feel like they're happening and the path is being aligned and rolled out for you. You start to have deep downloads, sudden realizations about things, or emotional waves. Maybe some stuff is coming up to the surface that you haven't processed in a long time and you're able to just see it through a different lens. That's a huge one. Maybe you have physical sensations in the body or different visions of things, maybe hearing, your senses are heightened, your awareness is heightened. This actually makes sense on a scientific basis. Your brain in certain areas is lighting up a little bit more, which is helping you connect to different emotions. So I would say that a spiritual awakening has 5 main stages. Let's go through the differences between all of them. The first one is that itch for something more. So in my story, that itch for something more was when I was in corporate and I was like, this isn't really filling me up. I want something different. I don't feel fulfilled by this. And actually, this can be a dark night of the soul. This can feel really isolating. This can feel lonely. This can feel like very stuck energy of what the heck am I going to do with my life? But on the other side of that is the awakening. So if you're here feeling really stuck, dark night of the soul, just allow yourself to melt into it a little bit, trusting that on the other side of it is some clarity. So just trusting in that and breathe through it as you start to move through those stages. If you're in this stage, I would recommend just starting to look at a bunch of different opportunities for you, because currently the one that you're in is not connecting with you. We need to give ourselves a new lens of seeing a different reality. So for me, that was teaching English as a second language and booking my flight to Bali and doing my yoga certification. Those were all drastically different things than what I was doing currently. I would find some activities or groups of people that maybe you haven't really interacted with in your life and you're wanting to just take a little bit of a 180, doing something different, get involved in different groups, do some research on different job opportunities, etc. The second stage is this eyes wide open moment. This is where you're like, whoa. It feels like the whole world feels different, different colors. Feels like, oh my gosh, how did I not know this before? How did I not think of this before? You feel so connected to the world and the universe. It's almost like, what? How is everyone living with their eyes closed? This kind of moment. Your consciousness expands. You're feeling really blissed out, really joyful, really free. And it's an exciting time of like, wow. This is so great. I want to stay in this forever. When you're here, I would journal a lot about how you're feeling and what it feels like in the body. Really tap into your different senses, see what emotions are coming up from childhood and from your past, just to see if you have any different or new perspectives on it in this state, because you are expanding your consciousness and your awareness. That brings us into stage 3, where you can simultaneously feel bliss, but also so much suffering. It's like, oh my gosh, how did I go through all of that? How did I hold all of that? And you feel a lot of sorrow and sadness and grief that maybe you didn't actually allow yourself to feel or hold on to, or maybe that you didn't allow yourself to feel because it was so repressed deep down. And now you're feeling all of these emotions, and now you're starting to see all of these different memories come up and just have different realizations on things. And then at the same time, you're feeling really blissed out of, wow, I get to experience this now. I get to go through the world feeling like this and chase after my dreams, etc. So if you're in this state, learning how to hold the duality of the two is going to be really important. Not judging any of the memories and any of the emotions that come up, and just allowing, being really compassionate with yourself here. The fourth stage can feel really isolating. This is where you start to feel lonely of, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can connect to people on the same level ever again. It's almost like you've gone here and you're looking at the world so differently and they're looking through everything the same. And it can be really hard to connect with people who don't see the world how you're seeing the world. And so that's why it's super important to get into communities of like-minded people who have similar beliefs than you. And also, it is really important to see other people's beliefs and hear other people's beliefs and continue to expand your own consciousness and be able to hold that everyone is on their own journey. But if you are feeling isolated, definitely try to get into different communities where there are like-minded people who can hold you. You feel safe. You feel like you can connect on that deeper level, and also allowing yourself to feel a little bit of loneliness or grief in whatever that is. Sometimes we're so overstimulated with we need connection and we need this and we need that and we need that. Sometimes it's okay to just allow yourself to be with yourself, and you get to learn who this new version of you is in this new consciousness. Then the fifth one. Sometimes when we are in that fourth stage, we can be really judgy of like, why isn't this person making this decision? Or why is this person eating that or doing this to their body? Or why are they thinking this and why are they thinking that? The fifth stage is realizing there's no hierarchy. There's no I'm better than you because I'm doing this. There's no hierarchy on the spiritual consciousness scale. We're all just human beings. You are just choosing to go through your life in a different way. And that's when you start to have compassion for other people and how they're living. And that's when you can start to connect with people and meet people where they're at and have different connections and relationships with people in different frequencies of consciousness. And that actually fills you up because you're able to see so many different perspectives and viewpoints. And this is like pure acceptance. If you wanted to go work a corporate job or work whatever job you wanted to, you could, because you're able to just go in and experience it for what it is and not put any attachments to it because you have found your own happiness and contentment within. So I would be so curious to hear which stage you're at. If you have any questions about a spiritual awakening, I'm more than happy to make more videos about it. But if you want some connection, like I said, it's so important to be around like-minded people. This is what this community is about. I have yoga videos, I have meditations, I have videos like this to connect with you and help you live your best life on your most fulfilling journey. That's what I'm here for. If you want any energy healing sessions, or if you want to just talk about what you're going through, you can find that link in the description below, and I look forward to connecting with you. See you on my next video. I hope you'll subscribe for more. So much love to you. Bye.